I got a few reminders, but first I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the folks who are out there using their Chad and Nancy powers for good. I am talking about these town halls. I'm talking about Vermont. I know I already said it, but this place is holding the video. They won't release it. So I'm just going to say that again. When we see these folks front and center, that's who we need. And we're not saying that as a point and blame. We're saying that for a reason. This regime needs a certain narrative. When we flood the streets, it fills the narrative they want, which is look at us coming for all those angry, violent brown people. But when it's the people that they're supposed to be protecting above everyone else that doesn't like them and is coming for them, it hits different. And they're not going to come after their own the way they're going to come after. Well, I mean, Idaho, that was something up, but that was the people. That was the people not protecting their own. And I think they learned a lesson after that, after the world got back to them and said, excuse me, you're supposed to hop in. Most other communities, somebody would have hopped in, just so y'all know. Y'all okay? All right. So I just wanted to thank y'all on that. And then I had a couple of reminders, darling. Reminder number one, most of the comments you see that are cheering this shit on, going, yeah, I stand with the stench. Yeah, Ukraine was just taking money from us. Yeah, this, yeah. Most of them are fake. When I say there are fake not billions, I'm sorry, millions, tens of millions of not real, completely AI accounts here and everywhere else. So when you see a news piece and it is filled and it has thousands of likes and you're in there going, how did this many people believe it? Yes, there are people that are dumb enough to believe it, but most of the people you are looking at are not real. And their whole point of existence is to go into comments and make it seem like there are millions of Americans that love this because they have to feign support. In reality, there aren't that many. There are some, but not that many. Also, take that opportunity to go through and block them. Okay, when you see them in the comments, don't engage, just block. And as you're blocking, you will see how many of them are fake. You will see. It will cheer you up instantly when you realize most of them are not even real and they were just created to hop in there and leave that comment. Which brings us to the next reminder. I was going to say reminder number 2 and a reminder number 3, but I'm not sure. The alcohol is phasing out and garden time is phasing in because it's still my birthday. And that would be to keep starving them of attention. Darling, don't debate them. Don't talk to them. At this point, they're gone, okay? And they need dopamine hits. They need it. This is their drug. This is their addiction. Bothering people, triggering people, debating when it's not really a debate. They just want to argue. Okay, case in point, I'm going to tell you about my friend again, but listen, okay? We were over here talking about things that had nothing to do with politics or the ad, none of it. And out of the blue, they had to throw the Stench's name in there, literally out of the blue. Just, how come you hate him? Out of nowhere. And I looked at them and I went, we weren't even talking about that. Why are you? And now, since he said it, now he's got to hold on to it. Well, yeah, but I know you do. So why? Like, that's not even what we're talking about. And I wouldn't talk about it. So then he started getting upset and he kept telling me that I was mad. I'm mad. I'm triggered. Yes, I am. He can tell. He can see it. And I'm like, nope. I'm just wondering why you want me to be mad so bad. Like, this is fascinating to me. You really want me to be upset. Why? Which only made him more upset. And then he started looking for other things that he knew would bother me. Like, he knows that I'm deconstructed. So if we talk about steeple peopleness, that's usually a thing for me. I have a contentious relationship with my mother sometimes, who I love, but she is still steeple people. So we don't get along when it comes to certain things. So he hops onto that. Well, your mom, how about that? I can see that's going to make you mad. That's going to make you mad. Maybe I should talk about that. Maybe I should talk about her. Maybe I should talk about, and I'm just looking at him going, wow. And I'm like smiling because I'm going, this is really fascinating. You need me to be mad. You need me to be mad. Like, you are really just digging for something in the hopes that it makes me upset. This is fascinating. So, like, me, like, cracked case, don't give it to them. I know I've said this before, but they have nothing. They're running out of people to bother. At this point, they're bragging about people losing jobs and people losing their lives. At this point, they're laughing and bragging and trying to trigger you about starving children, about families going homeless, about people just like themselves, because my friend is one that just lost their federal opportunity that they had been vetting for months to get into. People losing their opportunities by a bunch of folks who don't even qualify for the same position, okay? bragging about farmers losing their farm. Like when you break it down to them, what they are laughing at, what they are bragging about, you're bragging about the destruction of the country and the ends of millions of lives. You're talking about G-slide. You're talking about record unemployment. You're talking about a recession. And what's the win? What are you bragging about? What do you trigger? What is there to debate? There's nothing. Be gone. Be gone. They don't like that. I know we've said it before, but I'm telling you, double down on it. Double down on it. Ignore them. Just block. Do not engage. There is nothing to debate. If they are yay for people no longer being able to live, why are you talking to them? If they are praising anything happening right now, they are past the point of no return. They are addicted to not only anger, but angering other people. And you don't have space for that. You don't. You don't have space for that. You don't have space for them. I don't care about friends and family, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're not talking about that. And when we talk about that, fine, I'm leaving the conversation. We're not talking, you're not going to bait me. You're not going to debate me. You're not going to anger me. You're not going to trigger me. You're not going to infect me with whatever's wrong with you. We're cutting off the supply. You understand? We're cutting off the supply. They are obsessed with us. Like I said the other day that we had the boycott and they were like, posting about how nice it was to shop without liberals. Like, why? Why are you telling us? If it was so nice, why can't you tell your friends? Why are you telling us? Because you want us to be mad. Why? Why? Okay, good. Enjoy a day without us. We enjoyed a day without you. We didn't have to talk about it like that. It wasn't really about being around you. We had an economic purpose. You made it about you. You see the difference? You see the fucking difference? Desperate. Because they have an addiction and they can't feed it anymore. And when they try to feed it, they're the bad guy. They're trying to ignore that part. But every time they try to feed it, it's just a reminder that they are celebrating awfulness. Worse than the kind that they're usually proud of celebrating. Because now the awfulness is affecting people that look like them. So they can't be as proud of it as they were. I know I'm running long today on these. Okay, I spent the whole day. I'm catching up. But cut them off. Cut them off. I'm telling you, cut them off.